Hello, you are listening to Skipping the Queue. We are covering Blazar episode 19 today. My name is Red. I'm joined by Mel.
I'm so glad my boss got fired, so now I have job security.
Hell yeah. And I'm joined by Razan.
I'm back, baby.
Return of Razan, Bran.
It's been a while.
I have a cyborg arm now.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. You gonna get clowned on by Ultra 7 again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. So, we got a new episode of Blazar. It's, you know, we're getting some progress. Stuff is in motion. Stuff is happening. Secrets revealed. Kind of. Today on Blazar. So, this is the second part of a two-parter. Last week we had Irigo turning up, and it turns out that Irigo is like an extension of the brood Gabalga. It's like the larval form of Gabalga.
Yeah.
And
I think they say like the brood. Whatever, we'll get to it.
Yeah. And unfortunately, the boss has decreed Scard is not deploying, and it's not happening because you haven't done shit. Blazar does everything, and you know everyone is a little
also,
bit mad
disobeyed
about
orders
this.
last time.
Yeah.
Yes, you disobeyed orders last time. Also, you never do shit, and everyone's a little bit mad about this because last time they did do some shit. They do help sometimes, and but you know they all basically say that Blazar is actually a member of Scard, basically, and Gento is like, well, you know, not basically, but yeah.
He's like the Ultra 6th member of the team.
Yeah, he's Ultra 6. And he Gento goes, you know, there's Emmy is not here. That's it. That's the thing. Emmy is not here because she's still busy with her investigation. She's busy breaking into facilities.
Yeah, she
figuring
got
out, you know.
The episode starts with like she meets with Gento and shows him a locket from her dad that she got from the guy she talked to last episode.
And I had the fun experience of reading the birth date on the locket and going, oh, that's one day away from my birthday. And then she goes, actually, the birthday's wrong. My birthday's today, not tomorrow. And I was like, we share a birthday.
Whoa.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she has that conversation with that guy. He gives her the locket. She breaks into a facility, and is busy trying to call Scard while they're busy deployed, because, you know, they immediately disobey orders, and they're like, well, we're going to go fight Gabalga. We're going to go fight Brood Gabalga, obviously. Naturally. Of course we are.
Noticeably bigger and more green screened than the previous Gabalga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if Gabalga just gets smaller when it grows up. You know, unclear.
I think the implication maybe is like it's kind of like a queen termite situation where like this is specifically a Gabalga for making a larva, and that's why.
Yes, that's makes
kind of what
way more sense than what I was thinking.
The brood moniker in front of it made me think that too.
I think that like even Scarred and Teraki like theorizes a specific larval ejecting Gabalga.
That, yes. If I had thought about this for like 5 seconds, that would have made way more sense. Yes, that is what is happening. Then we've got they're fighting Gabalga, and they get stuck in an EMP. Blazar's sword gets broken. Crucial detail.
I want to point out, second time this happened in the show, Blazar gets a unique transformation pose with the sword already out, and immediately gets shattered, which is funny.
Stop doing that, mate. Simply do not do that again, and maybe it won't happen. Emmy is like in the secret facility where they were researching. Yeah, so it was revealed, they're researching wormholes by way that humanity can like connect to the other end of the galaxy, and we'll become spacefaring people, etc., etc.
The dialogues that are to come, etc., etc.
Yeah. And some kind of accident happened, and everyone that was close, everyone that was in the test, got warped away somewhere, which opens up a possibility that I don't think is going to happen, but is very funny. I will circle back to that. But she is now in that facility, and the wormhole opens, and a big phoenix comes through, phoenix kaiju, and fire dragon, and it wants to go to Blazar, and Emmy's like a ghostly. I mean, it doesn't appear ghostly at first, but her dad, an apparition of her dad, appears and keeps her safe from danger, and then the dragon flies away and becomes a new transformation for Blazar, keeping with the asymmetry. He's got the little flame on his right shoulder, which is like kind of offset by the flaming left side of his face. He's got fire powers as well as lightning powers now. He can do a fire lightning sword.
As the credit song promised to the children, they are the same Blaze.
True. And he defeats Gabalga. Saves the day. Alongside Scard, alongside Earth Garon.
Good shot of him just plunging the sword into the earth, and then the city looks like it's on fire. And it's like, the day is saved.
Yeah, the day is saved. He burned the city down. It's fine.
I gotta say, his like glaive thing that he got, I think is a lot cooler than the sword. I'm not gonna lie. I like it a lot.
He's got got a little addition on the bottom. Yeah.
I like how he can combine the sword and this glaive together and do some Darth Maul action.
Yeah. Yeah, specifically that is what I'm referring to. It just looks so much cooler.
Yeah. Flashback. Go back to Emmy. Her dad disappears, and she sees that behind the picture in the locket was a key. And a key. They go to where the box is kept for that key. Gento and Emmy, and they open up the box and they find a diary, and then the old guy who sucks, he steps right through the door, grabs the diary and goes, "That's mine now, cheers, fuck off." I'm the bad guy.
Also, I fired your boss.
Yeah. There's a good moment where, like, as they're going to security deposit block, Emmy's like, shouldn't you be seeing, like, the captain? And he's just like, I'm gonna get fired, so I might as well come see the cool mystery first. and then the evil guy's like, don't worry about it, your boss is fired, your job's safe. He took the fall for the investigation I let Emmy do.
This reminds me of the time that my old job laid off everyone, except for some reason they forgot one person.
Oh.
And
what?
she just kind of stuck around for a little bit doing shit on her own until someone realized it was like, no, you need to go too.
Everyone left my job recently, and I was kind of running things, which they did not pay me enough to be doing that. And now I'm not running things. It took too long to get any kind of raise on that. So now they've got people in the role again, and no one will ever know that I was running things, basically. Not even my next employer when I apply, because it won't go on the job description. So that fucking sucks. Rip.
It's all a scam.
It's all a scam. It's all a scam. And I first of all, before we start talking about the rest of this episode, funniest line in the episode has to be Gento talking shit about Emmy's dad. Like, he's not a bad dad.
Yeah. He's like, damn, what kind of dad forgets their son's birthday? Jeez, I'm like Gento.
Gento, you. It hasn't happened yet, but, like, it would.
You forgot everything else.
So the thing that I referenced earlier, I was like, oh, wormholes, and people got disappeared into wormholes and went to the other end of space, and now there are alien invasions on Earth, and I'm like, it's time for Jamila final boss.
Oh no, I'm scared.
I don't think that's what's gonna happen, but I was like, hell yeah, it's Jamila time. It's not Jamila time. I wish it was every day. I wish it was Jamila time.
It should always be Jamila time. I agree.
I mostly just think this is a good episode. Progressed. We got, we're hitting we're getting into like next week's episode 20. We're getting into plot.
There's assuming this is going to be the same length as every other show for the past 8 years. Yeah, we got 6 episodes left.
Yeah, and I think it's very funny that when all the dust is settled and everything is said and done, 1/5 of this show almost was spent fighting Gabalga.
You know what? That is funny.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it. I'll be fair to them. Gabalga's cool.
Yes, and I do like the addition of is it Irugo? The little... Yeah, it's good. They're good.
I don't know whether to count Brood Gabalga separately on the Kaiju sorter.
I mean, it looks different, I think.
Yeah, but I also condense different forms a lot. I'm putting Irugo as different, but down about Brood Gabalga.
I can get behind Irugo's different, but the Gabalgas are the same.
Yeah, because I put both Gabadons as the same in our Ultraman sorter. So I guess they were the same, but I also condensed both Boltons to be the same.
Let's see.
Splitting hairs.
Brood Gabalga has it's a whole different color scheme, and it's got it comes with the Irigos. It's kind of, I don't know. I'll think about that call.
We don't need to make a judgment call right now.
Brood Gabalga looks like it'd be a very interesting Dragon's Dogma fight. You're climbing on that fucker and you taking out those Irugo heads.
Yeah. The thing is, I am not the one climbing that fucker. I'm sat on the ground, setting up sigils and projectiles, and we're just, it's just artillery all day. Dragon's Dogma, I recently had a very annoying fight with golems where I realized that I needed to have physical range damage to defeat metal golems because of some quirk of the game, and I was like, okay, so I need to figure out how to get my pawn to do damage to a thing high up that I can't reach, but it's a clunky game. It is what it is. It's still one of the best games ever made.
Unlike Elden Ring, which is 3 stars.
Yeah, that is not a clunky game. That's a well polished video game. It's also kind of shit, but it is what it is.
Damn.
That's how it goes. Anyway, that was just my you mentioned Dragon's Dogma, my brain takes over. Oh my god. Dragon's Dogma.
Red's been activated.
Yeah, it's good.
Also, I've been gone the last few episodes, so I do want to just pop in to say, I think our friend Earthy talking has done wonders for adding to the team dynamics.
Okay, what do you think of Zango?
Very funny man. That's about all I gotta say about that.
Thank you.
That was a fun episode.
It was a fun episode. Good old Zangil-sama. What a guy. So yeah, we're getting more advancement on Emmy's dad stuff. What was the thing? Yes. So new form, new cool stuff. I like the design on the big shoulder. I like asymmetric shoulder stuff. I just think it's
always
cool.
good.
It's cool that like we got like a third of the show left, and we only now get the first form technically.
Yeah, I hear that's not how Ultraman's been going.
It hasn't been that way for a few years.
Yeah, people were fucking tired of it. I could tell from the YouTube comments. Every fucking week, they're like, thank Christ. This show is just kind of good.
It's like, because of how we've gone through the series, it's still like so weird. Like, I know it's going to happen at some point. This is the curse of modern tokusatsu, but it's like, the idea of any Ultra Being having multiple forms just feels so weird and off to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's the Ultra Being.
We'll get there, like, maybe sooner than you think. But who knows? When
yeah.
So, wormholes.
Yeah.
Wormholes.
So we've got aliens that were discovered in 1999. And wormhole projects gone wrong to try to make contact with them or try to put humanity on the same level as them so that negotiations can be done. Is Emmy's dad Gwyn Reinfeld?
I don't know who that is.
It's cursed. Yeah, I don't know where it's going, but I assume at some point we're gonna meet the Y99, the 1999 aliens, and that'll be the whole like invasion stuff. I don't know what the tenor is for modern Ultraman in terms of like whether the big final alien invasion is going to be like war or it's going to be trying to Naruto them, punch them until they agree with you.
Yeah, it's like, are we getting a Blazar versus like big evil final like alien at the Valley of the End, or are we going to get Ultra 7 stock footage of cities blowing up?
I'm always obviously rooting for Ultra 7 stock footage of cities blowing up. I don't think that's I suspect that's not quite what we're gonna get.
This show is too joyous feeling for that. I don't think it'd go there.
I also don't expect it to go there, but it'd be funny if it did.
Oh man,
I feel like the big
left turn.
I feel like the big emotional things with this show, like whenever that hits off, are going to be Emmy, like either saving her dad from him being in some weird alien magic realm, or accepting the fact that no, he's actually just gone. I feel I can go either way on that. I'm curious what exactly they're gonna do with that. With the little bit of it we got this episode.
Want to know what they're gonna do with Gento lying to his family.
Yeah, that's the other big thing. Is like, I'm sure at some point that cat's gonna get let out of the bag at some point. That
shoe has to drop.
Yeah.
At some point.
This director's favorite Ultraman is original Ultraman. We could get Gento never reveals it to his family.
That'd be funny. That'd also be very cursed. I don't know how I'd feel about it.
I don't think it would be good. I think we'll have a good laugh about it, but I think in the end it won't actually be very good. So
yeah. Because
it's only a possibility.
Then I almost feel like Gento being a dad is like more of a gimmick than actually like a part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like his family should matter if they're making a big deal of him being the first dad Ultraman. Well, or at least the first.
I do feel like they should be in the show more than they currently are. We've had like, I would say 3 episodes focused on his family. The egg.
So, we had the egg, Gavidon, and then the Irigo episode. So yeah.
I also thought this one they missed an opportunity because like this is not the first kaiju we've gotten that is specifically a parent. Like it's the the brood version of the monster that came before. And like, there's not really actually, that doesn't end up really mattering other than like, oh no, it's the problem's even bigger than we expected. But
sympathy is reserved for when they display human-like emotions. So,
true.
Like, you know, when whatever kaiju it was that his kid was like, why are they killing that kaiju? They should not do that. When that kaiju was doing like obvious like dog stuff, like oh no, don't hurt the you know. But when it's, you know, when it's a monster, that's just a monster. You can kill that.
They should have made Zangil a dad.
God. What would Zangil's
actually maybe not,
like?
Because I feel like if you took that exact same character but made him like responsible for the care of another being, he like the vibes would become rancid very fast. I can't really explain.
Zangil should have a dad.
Yes.
So, I mean, if you think about it, maybe his one mentor samurai guy counts in this case.
Sometimes mentors can be dads. That's true.
Mentors can be dads. Yakuza, famous mentor turned dad. I don't think Obi-Wan Kenobi is a dad.
He tries to be.
Oh, hang on. There's that secret fan theory in Clone Wars that he's that kid's dad.
What? Oh, I need to watch Clone Wars at some point.
Yeah, there's a whole thing in Clone Wars. He's Obi-Wan Kenobi has he fucks. Like they don't say it, but he fucks.
I just, I expected this.
Which he really should have just told Anakin that they can fuck. That it's fine actually. Just keep it on the down low.
You just got to be normal about it.
Yeah, it's fine. Listen, Anakin, you're good. Like, it's all right. It's all right. We all do it. Especially Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way Mace Windu doesn't. Actually, maybe he does. I don't know.
Mace Windu might be the only one. Mace Windu might be the only one who doesn't fuck. Is the vibes coming off Clone Wars is the thing. Clone Wars is a stupid show. I don't advise anyone watch it, but it does now occupy, unfortunately, a little corner of my brain.
Maybe I should just listen to the Civilized Age episodes without watching.
Yeah.
Which was what I was doing, and then I was like, am I following this? And I fell off. It's fine.
The clones are the boys, is the thing. The clones are the it doesn't get better than the clones.
Might be more ill-advised than me going, maybe I should actually read Homestuck for that one podcast by Range Touches.
Yeah, that I would never.
Yeah, that's a dark. That's the problem is I also really want to listen to that podcast, but it's a dark path.
I mean, I read, like, when I was a teenager, I read it. Not all of it, because I fell off, but, like, I was in there. Mm-hmm. It's just also been, like, a decade.
I already had my I had a cringe webcomic. I think it might be more cringe. I read,
like, when you say you had one, you made one or you read one?
No, I read one.
I mean, it's okay. I was an avid 8-bit theater, and then I definitely went through a Bob and George phase that I remember nothing from that. And then I read Darths and Droids for a little bit there.
I read Dr. McNinja.
That sounds fake. I'm sorry.
Dr. McNinja. Let me look this up.
I'm actually surprised you haven't heard of it, because it's like one of the more prominent webcomics of the era with like good production values.
I have seen this. I've seen this guy. Yeah. Mine was questionable content, so it's embarrassing. All right. What do we have anything more to say about Ultraman Blazar?
Show's been fun, but as we start to get closer to the end of this tunnel, there is like a little bit of me that does wonder, could we maybe have done more by the point we are at here. And like, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Like, again, this is ostensibly a show for like kids, and it's very easy to follow, and like plot beats have been pretty good. But like, goddamn, we have been talking for weeks now about Scar doesn't actually do anything. You guys need to start doing something. And even like the stuff with Emmy's dad, I feel like has been a little, like, it's been going on for a bit. I'm just ready for them to move forward a little bit more, I think, is the thing.
Yeah, I guess technically they did move forward a little bit this week, but also you could argue we could have been there already. It still feels
like setup, kind of, you know?
And I mean,
yeah,
the villain does have the journal now, so that's something.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, the development came like right at the end of the episode, but you know.
Yeah.
And I know we are getting a standalone episode next week.
I forgot about the next time. I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay. I'll leave you surprised.
Maybe the Teruaki episode? It sounded like, finally.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sick.
An actual Teruaki episode.
Let's go.
But he goes back to the farm. We talked to the farm dad about stuff.
Hell yeah. Taraki's in Silver Spoon.
Yeah, I think it's like they did make a deliberate choice. I think I remember reading that like they did want this to be more episodic, and so I guess like that's why the plot is more spaced out, I guess you'd say.
Yeah. That's Mel.
I got stuff.
Yes.
I got stuff. First of
Color
all,
timer.
Color timer. 6 minutes, 33 seconds.
Nice.
Second of all, we got some news.
Yeah.
We do have some news.
There was a convention this past weekend. And they've announced some shit. So
There's one very important one for this show.
Yes. So let me peruse the list. First things first. Very important. We'll be giving full coverage to this. Ultraman 4K, a remaster of the original Ultraman.
Yeah.
No. Which for some reason is going to have new footage? Question mark. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah. How?
Yeah, I'm like, how? Like during our
show's already too long.
Yeah. During our thingamajig, we did like they reacted to the one scene of one movie where they just added like new footage to the old Bolton fight. And like, sure, but like that was a nice enough thing to watch. But also, I'm like, what are we doing here? But also like, what's yeah? I don't know what the digital footage is going to be. Like, how are they going to do that? Also, Razin, did you see my tweet I made on the account about this show?
Yeah. It was very important. I'm happy you are waving that flag on my behalf.
Yeah, there it is, red.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Thank you.
When I saw that shot in the trailer, I knew I had to.
It was in the trailer? Jesus fucking Christ.
For people at home, it's the iconic debut visual of Ultraman, which is, of course, the blowjob angle.
He's caught in 4K.
Caught in 4K.
Yeah. Second announcement. The origin of Ultraman, which is apparently another documentary thing. This time featuring certain obscure film director Guillermo del Toro.
Very nice.
Every time I log into Blue Sky, I see him posting about what fucking garage kit Ultraman kaiju he's working on, so that makes sense.
Yeah, apparently his favorite kaiju is Pigmon.
Yeah,
him posing with Bolton and Pigmon is warms my heart. I do every time I see Pigmon, I do want to see him squished.
Part of me, maybe it's because he'd rather just work on his own shit, but part of me is surprised he just hasn't done an Ultraman thing.
Yeah.
I guess, Pacific Rim is like the closest thing.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it could happen.
It's a shame. It's a shame it's Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
You on that. That movie convinced me for a very long time. I don't know if I like mecha and kaiju things mixing, and then I think later on I realized I actually just think it's Pacific Rim I don't like that in. I think everything else is pretty good.
Yeah, I remember liking the original Pacific Rim, and not caring for the sequel.
I think the first one's okay, but like...
Yeah, I guess I think the first one's probably like... It could be better.
Well, there's people who like the original Pacific Rim a lot. I'm just not really one of them.
I liked it more when it came out, but upon revisitation, I'm just like, this just isn't what I want from either a mecha or a kaiju thing, I think, really. But
there are stupider movies I could be watching. I could be watching Independence Day. But
I will say that naming your protagonist Cypher Rage nailed it. You got the tone. Perfect.
Hell yeah.
Cypher Rage, goddamn.
Next up.
Next thing.
This is the actually important thing for this show, as in this sub show within our show. The Blazar movie got announced. Woohoo!
Blazar movie
it's coming out February 23rd, 2024. Holy shit! Got
2014.
Yeah.
Wow.
God damn.
Yeah. So next year,
yeah.
February 23rd, it'll be out. Presumably like a month out from the show ending, which seems like that's how it usually goes. How it usually goes also, it's a follow-up to the show. So, it'll probably that'll be like our finale, I assume, for this season of Skipping the Queue. Called Tokyo Kaiju Showdown.
Tokyo Kaiju Showdown.
Yeah. Wonder where that takes place and what happens in it.
I think I saw a picture of the Diet building in the poster.
Let's go.
Oh my god, we're King Kong. Let's go.
We're becoming diet building pilled on this podcast. I'm not sure how to feel about this.
Why did they make King Kong climb I know why they made King Kong climb the diet building, but it's so small. It's not big. It's the diet building. A truly ridiculous decision.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Terrible title. Kaiju showdowns happen in Tokyo literally every week. That's what this show is about.
I do think like the bar for like tie-in movie to the yearly show is different than like an actual movie.
This is true.
So yeah, we'll get like
did you say
90-minute adventure? I don't know, but we will watch it somehow.
Somehow
we'll
figure it out.
Who can say?
Yeah,
there's usually a way.
I think there was like some more trailers for Ultraman Rising. We don't need to get into that too much, but just know it'll be out on Netflix next year. We can actually watch it now if the strike's over. Yeah.
It's got a guy who plays baseball. He's gonna be Ultraman.
Yeah.
It looks fun.
Yeah. They got some nice lighting, coloration. So cool animation.
Sick.
Also, they did just drop the English subs for the Ultra 7 If thing. The 5-minute thing. You can go watch it. Because of how that got dropped last week, with the assumption that there would be more to it, I'm still not sure when or how we should do that. So I'm gonna wait a bit. And we'll figure it out.
Okay.
I mostly just wanted to like know if there's going to be more, and like I was talking to Subjects, and he watched it and was like, "Yeah, there better be more." Or the way that ended. So
I see.
Okay. So we'll put a pin in that one for now. It's there for now. Maybe for the best, it didn't come out alongside our Ultra 7 finale. If it's just gonna be to be continued.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well,
we got some.
Go ahead.
There's a few more. These are the weird ones. There's an anime for something called Darkness Heals, which is Apparently,
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. There's a series of live shows starring notable Ultraman villains called Darkness Heals. Now that's getting an anime, and
Ooh.
I don't know if there's going to be continuity with the live shows or if it's going to be a standalone thing. But either way, that's not something we can Q-skip, really.
They made Ultraman Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Yeah, please look forward to my Midwest emo band, Darkness Heals.
Darkness Heals. And there's one more thing?
Two more things. One's called Kaiju no Somika. It's there's gonna be drama with a kaiju protagonist. Apparently, according to Citrixar, it was a VR ride attraction that's getting turned into a movie thing now. I think they announced the director for it, or some guy called Yoichi Komomori has involvement with it. I don't know who that is right now, but yeah.
Okay.
What are you gonna say?
No, it's a thought for after you finish this last one.
Okay. The last one is Schoolgirl versus Ultraman, which is another drama series featuring like a female protagonist with like basis on like the new gen Ultraman setting. I don't know in what way, but
Schoolgirl versus Ultraman. You mean SSSS Gridman?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, the thing I was gonna say is, damn, they have got their foot down on the accelerator. They're just fucking making everything.
Yes. A lot of stuff. The degree to which this gets covered by us will be a case-by-case basis. I assume.
Yes. As someone who has been following this much longer than Red or I, does this seem about normal for one of these announcement things for Ultra stuff, or is this like, oh, they're really going in hard on it as of late?
So I haven't been paying much attention the past few years with like the actual announcements. I feel like they always have like more projects than you'd expect, but also maybe this year feels a bit more like a blowout than usual.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And like I guess too, like a lot of the stuff is going to be more like you said, like how much of it is going to be covered by us, or like would it be even easily experienced by someone not in Japan is probably,
like whether we cover the Del Toro documentary, I don't know. It's a documentary. We don't know. And then there's other stuff that's like, well, this is clearly reliant on future knowledge, so he's just going to be like stuck at the end of the spreadsheet. So, like, we're skipping a queue with Blazar because it's like standalone and not a legacy show, which some of these definitely are.
And because you would have lost your mind.
Well, that too. But also, it would have been hard to cover it if it was like a show referencing shows we haven't seen and wouldn't get to for another 10 years.
True. True.
But yeah.
All right.
But yeah.
Well, that seems like an episode.
Yeah.
Okay. I say that seems like an episode. Quick update. I thought my computer was gonna be a power supply issue. It's currently in. Guy's having a look at it. He also thought it was going to be a power supply issue. It turns out that is not the case. It's probably the motherboard. So it's going to be, they said 3 to 5 days for repairs, or replacing it if the repairs don't go according to plan. So there will probably be an episode, if either Thursday or like Friday or something. It's stupid. It will when it comes, it will be called Return of Ultraman.
I'm just so happy that your motherboard decided to, in tribute to AG Tsuburaya, die between Ultra 7 and Return of Ultraman.
It was in mourning, clearly. Yeah. It was possessed by the spirit of Tsuburaya.
Not that I want to stake claim to being more frustrated than Red, who's PC is actually the one broken, but I am just a bit like, damn, I mind palace that spreadsheet to prevent delaying the season a month and then having anyway.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes fate conspires against you. It happens. It has not been ideal. I want to be playing I want to be playing video games on my computer that I have on my computer that my laptop can't handle.
Like Dragon's Dogma.
Like Hollow Cure.
Well, no, I have Dragon's Dogma on my PlayStation. Like Hollow Cure, yes, obviously.
Yeah, you need to install Melty and play it with me and Mel.
Yeah.
Wait, do you mean old school Melty?
Yeah.
Are you playing old school Melty?
Oh, I've been playing old school. Every few
So
weeks.
I feel like I want to push back. I do think that for the vibes, if Red is to play old school Melty, they should do it on the laptop in someone's bathroom.
With Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
With Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like CL is the thing that I haven't played a lot. I'm not very good at fighting games, and I am especially not very good at fighting games that I have played maybe like an hour of tops.
CL's a weird one too.
Let me tell you something. Last night I tried out one of the known top tier problems in that game, C Kohaku. They shouldn't have given her that broom, that range.
Well, she got a lot of vengeance to exact.
Yeah. Shout outs to Kohaku, probably my favorite character in Tsukihime.
I need to finish Tsukihime.
You can do it in your browser now.
I can. I haven't installed.
That's something I did when I was gone. One of my friends was reading through Tsukihime, and I had the wonderful group activity experience of me and all my friends watching her read Arcwade's route and then going through the H scenes, and we all were just kind of there like, well, this is happening.
That is also how I felt reading them.
Yeah, I felt that way reading them alone the first time. Imagine in the group setting.
2001 Dojins.
Just know when you read those scenes that your main Shikitono is doing that. I don't know where it's going with that.
It's Nanaya territory. The thing about Tsukihime is that the Far Side stuff is like, you know, I would never go so far as to say that Tsukihime is good, but I do like it.
I think I still probably like it more than Fate Stay Night, which I know is unhinged.
I still need to get back to Fate Stay Night. I know what happens. I just, you know, I
have the rough sense of what happens in Fate Stay Night, but I won't read it until like I actually do Tsukihime, because I'm like that.
Like Shiki is unhinged. Shiro is, you know, I need anime boys to find a middle ground between sex criminal and Catholic guilt.
Yeah.
When it comes to how they feel about women. Well, you know, there we go.
Maybe the protagonist of Mahoyo is better.
I hear that one's actually like really good, so maybe.
Yeah.
I should actually. Yeah, I have been meaning to read that for a while, but also
I like the demo.
I made a vow not to start anything else until I've finished all the things that I'm currently doing. So you know how every week I've been saying, like on Ultra Q for real, I've been saying I'm in the middle of long things.
Mm-hmm.
I figured out that at some point I'm just going to finish all of them all at once.
I feel like that's kind of sometimes how it happens. It's just like
yeah. It's
going
to be like
a bunch of long things.
It's gonna be Cougar. It's gonna be Fresh Precure. It's gonna be fucking Elgheim, all on the same week.
How far are you in Fresh, by the way?
Not very. That's the thing.
Okay.
It's like 10 episodes.
Okay.
I got to like the best episode of Fresh so far, which is the one where her mum disappears.
How do you feel about Westar?
Is that the cringe guy?
Yes.
He rules.
He's
rules.
great.
The image of he gives a kid advice at one point in that show. He says to them, women, when it comes to women, being a little bit aggressive is okay, and the kid flashes back to this memory in his head while he's like doing a little. He's looking a little bit sweaty, and it's one of the funniest images I've ever seen in my life. Let me send this. Come on. I will simply cut this out. It's important that I send this image. Where the fuck is it? All right.
I'm also like behind on current Precure Sentai. I've also only seen one episode of Goshard. I heard people aren't too hot on it, but I should at least catch up on.
I've heard like nothing about it.
I've heard like very little, but like I don't know. People seem hit or miss on it. But I should catch up on Precure and. What has happened is like yesterday I watched like episode 10 of Freerun, and then like the episode ended and I was like, oh wait, I've seen that one moment in manga form on my timeline. I didn't know it was that is really funny.
This is one of the greatest images I've ever seen in my life. It's okay to be a bit assertive when it comes to women.
I like the shading too.
I could replace this image of this blonde guy with Hosho Marine and it would work. She also thinks this. All right, now that we're clearly done.
Now that we hit the marine threshold.
Yeah.
We hit the marine threat. It's a good threshold to hit.
Listen,
important.
We're just getting our like intro segment that we usually have. Bleeding into the skipping.
Because we don't, we need to talk about shit. And
I need to bring up Freerun going low tier god on a demon.
God damn it! You stole my joke. No.
I have been seeing the image everywhere.
Yeah, I had my joke. Fucking half the internet's joke, but
I think it is funny that it's one of those things where like you see a thing and you're like, oh, I wonder where that's from, and then you forget, and then you see like the thing later when you're actually experiencing it. It's like, oh wait, it's from that thing.
Not my favorite Freerun image of the last week though, because my favorite Freerun image that I have seen is an edit of her when she's holding out the weird potion. She's now holding out just a bottle of beer, and I'm like, this is the greatest image. It's perfect.
Wondering, I don't think it'll reach the same breadth as Bochi posting, but it's nice to see some of the posts that we're getting from Freerun.
Yeah, I need to actually check out the anime at some point.
I think I'm like 2 episodes behind now, which so that I could catch up. I've only seen 2 episodes of Scott Pilgrim, but I guess I'll catch up on Freerun instead.
Scott Pilgrim. We'll talk about it on Ultra Q maybe in a couple of weeks. I don't know. I don't know.
Scott Pilgrim, a thing that unlike Ultra 7 does have 7 guys.
God. Scott Pilgrim Ultra 7 crossover incoming. Alright, we have to end the fucking episode. Goodbye. See you on Thursday, to be honest. I bet it's Thursday. If it's not Thursday, you have permission to @ me.
Start using the hashtag isn't Thursday yet. That one's not taken, I've heard.
No. For the love of God.
I think we could take it over.
No. Matthew Mercer, I'm going to hit you in the face. It's a fight now. Fucking... They published a fucking Blades in the Dark game and didn't call it Blades in the Dark, and they play it wrong every fucking week. They play it wrong.
Okay, anyway. So now we're starting shit with Matthew Mercer.
I'm starting shit with Matthew Mercer. Didn't watch a single fucking actual play of Blades Forged in the Dark game. just doesn't understand how it works.
I think I tried like once to like listen to an episode of Critical Role when they started their new season, and I kind of bounced off of it. And I don't know how much of that was Critical Role and how much of that is just because I struggle sometimes with like actual play podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
I think the answer might be a little bit of both because I'm kind of in that same realm where, God, there is nothing I've tried harder and have struggled to get into more in my life than Friends at the fucking Table. God damn,
me too.
I try so hard.
Maybe I should just start with Counterweight like they suggest instead of actually starting at the beginning.
See, the problem is I've started Counterweight so many goddamn times you would not believe. I literally just need to like do it when I'm exercising or like falling asleep, I think is my thing. And I always say this, I never end up doing it.
I wonder if I use like all my ability to listen to actual play podcasts in my lifetime and used it all up on the Adventure Zone.
Damn, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the first 2 seasons, and then I fell off because the 3rd season wasn't good, and I stopped caring about that entire podcast empire in general. So
yeah.
The thing I think you're not considering, Mel, is this isn't how good people play multiplayer video games.
What do you mean video games? They're tabletop games.
No, I was referring to the Among Us clip where the middle child complains about
He complains about people playing Among Us.
People being poopy doo-doo meanies playing Among Us.
I will say a big part of the reason why I wasn't as hot on season 3 is that the middle child was the DM. I think that was true for most people. I think there's a reason that that person is the unfavorite.
All right, now that we started shit with multiple actual play podcasts.
Yeah.
If you want to follow us on Twitter, it's at @ultra_Q. That is at @ultra_QUBUE. I am also on Twitter at gender_redacted. I pick less fights than this, but I do pick some fights. So,
it's okay. Arlo won't hear me.
Arlo can't hear us. Mal.
Hey, I'm on Twitter and Blue Sky at Dear Crowns. We got an email, ultraqpod@gmail.com. There is a coffee, UltraQ Fund. Subs will maybe one day happen. Shrug. Anyway, Raz and you go.
I'm Rosenbrand. I'm back, baby. My therapist yelled at me for not finishing my Elden Ring Let's Play, so I think I'm going to use the time between now and the date I have later tonight to go record Elden Ring again.
Yeah. It's important for your mental health.
It is.
I also think it is important to discuss the ethical implications of your therapist becoming your fan. But anyway.
Listen, if it's just one Let's Play, I think we're still in safe territory.
Yeah.
Also, as part of the job, because the reason that happened was because I was like, I never finish anything, and she's like, yeah, you should finish things, and I was like, yeah. Then I didn't.
I need to start things.
Damn.
Not shows, but like projects.
Yeah.
Start like several of them all at once.
I mean, that's the problem is I've started several watching projects. And reading, so.
Mel, you should start multiple podcasts and actual plays with your friends that take hours upon hours to edit and then take on more responsibility.
Make sure to get bored of them within a month. That's This is all just fading out, by the way, so we don't have to say goodbye.
Yeah, we already did our plugs. Go listen to them. Go back a few seconds and listen to them again if you want.
They can't hear you. We're too quiet.
It's too quiet. I can say anything at this point.
I'm going to turn you up just for that. All right, I'm hitting stop.